All right, I think we are live right now. All right. Just wait until everyone gets in here because doing a very special video for you guys. All right, we got excellent connection. Awesome. It's always good when we got stuff going on here. Yeah. Probably wait until a few more people get on here because this is gonna be great, guys. All right, I think the notification should be going off right now. I was going to make this a scheduled event, but, I did make a lot of posts on all of my, social medias when this is, it was going to be sometime later tonight. I was hoping 8 o'clock, but, things got some issues going on, but got that resolved. But what is going on, guys? This is OBB, the Diecast news guy. And yeah, bringing you guys a live reaction video for you guys, a live stream. Usually I do these with the NASCAR Authentics wave reviews, but I decided to do something a little different. This was going to be a pre-recorded video, but I said, you know what, man, well, let's do this live, man. I mean, screw it, let's do it live. But I don't know, I thought this would be like a fun way to interact with you guys while we basically I'm going to be reacting, showing you guys my, thoughts and opinions, and more importantly, reactions to some of the 2022 diecasts that we're going to be getting. As you guys can see by this nice little promo pic right here by Logano Racing, the NASCAR Next Gen car. But first of all, can we all agree that NASCAR is back, man? NASCAR is finally back this weekend after this whole off season. I mean, how about that, guys? I mean, it's just me or just the off season. It's just felt like it just happened so quickly. I mean, then again, I did watch football. I mean, usually I'm in football mode when the racing off season's over. But heck, it's finally over, guys. And I give a lot of for anybody out there who's not a football fan, I definitely pray for you guys because I'm sure those are some long 2 months. But we are back, guys, and I thought this would be something that I would just do for the return of NASCAR, which is this Sunday with the Busch Clash at the LA Memorial Coliseum. That's going to be an interesting race. Let's just say that. But yeah, what's going on, guys? Just let me know if before I get started. When we do these live streams, I always want to make sure the audio is nice and crisp and loud for you guys, and make sure I mean, I'm currently moving right now, so make sure the video is good. Yeah, comment below if any of you guys are attending the LA Coliseum race, because that's pretty cool. I mean, probably the only time I'll ever go to California, maybe. But never been out in the West Coast before. But I got 10 people that are watching. But yeah, make sure to hit that like button, guys, if you haven't already, because man, heck, if anybody's on my Discord, let everybody know on my Discord that we're live as well. Because, more people on here, the better, because this is just going to be basically like a nice little live stream reaction of some next-gen diecast coming out. So, I know my good buddy Diecast FA kind of did something like this, but I decided to do something a little different because, heck, man, everybody's so excited about these next-gen cars, and I am as well. But let's go get things started, guys. So we're going to go in numerical order like we always do, and then I will categorize this one by one at a time, and let's just see how this will go. So, all right, so the first team got right here, we got ourselves a, brand new ride for Ross Chastain. As you guys know, Ross Chastain went from Chip Ganassi Racing to now Trackhouse. But we got the #1 Advent Health Chevrolet Camaro ZL1 1LE for Trackhouse Racing. And this is a pretty cool looking paint scheme, guys. I did actually saw this actually at the Daytona next gen test, which, by the way, that was so cool. I know I kind of made that announcement at the last second, but this paint scheme really did stood out. And it's just me, or it's just that number placement, it doesn't look like it's actually moved all the way toward that, like the door fender. So I kind of like how it's just right there, right below where, that small window net is, where the mirror is. That is really cool. But just this paint scheme really is bright and vibrant, and it's Ross Chastain, so we have Ross Chastain diecast. We got to talk about that melon, man. Yeah, watermelon Nadine. I mean, look at that nice little pinch of melon. I mean, it's not as crazy as some of the other melon schemes that we've had, but at least they got it in there, guys, especially for a health car. As you guys know, Advent Health is a big sponsor of not only for what was known as Chip Ganassi Racing, but they folded now, and now it's with Trackhouse. But they are also a big sponsor of the Daytona International Speedway, so, and Advent Healths are located everywhere here in Florida. So really cool to see the sponsor, come into play and bring us what is probably a very vibrant scheme. But, feel free to post your comments and thoughts below as we go through each one of these, because I want to hear your guys' opinions about this as well. But, I am definitely going to have some crazy reactions for y'all, because But we're off to a good start so far. I really do like this this Abbott Health car, to say the least. Good job, Trackhouse. Good job. All right. All right, this one's pretty familiar. We got ourselves Austin Cindric, the brand new driver for Team Penske in the NASCAR Cup Series, driving the iconic number 2 discount tire Ford Mustang for Team Penske. So, I mean, anybody who's a big fan of, discount tire car, definitely this one is pretty much going to, it's going to be pretty much, I don't want to say iconic, but it's going to be noticeable. This paint scheme, I mean, I think it's okay. All right. I mean, I do see some problems in this. I mean, they were able to fill in the spaces. I mean, unlike the Harrison Burton car, which we'll get to in a sec. But I don't know. I mean, I think it's a little cluttered. I think the discount tire logo just doesn't really work with this placement. I mean, maybe they could have done something a little more different. I do like the placement of the logos on the corner panel with the Menards and Freightliner, nice and big, just to make those sponsors happy. And I don't think nobody's really been talking about the stuff, but check out these Ford Mustang bodies, man. I mean, it's just me, or these things are just like some round SOBs. I tell you what. I think Diecast was pointing this out. They kind of look like Ford Tauruses. I kind of see that resemblance too, because I am a car guy. I do work on cars for a living. Being an auto tech is just great, damn it. But I'm really starting to grow the liking of these new Ford Mustang bodies. I really am. I mean, you guys know this is the biggest change we got this year for the next gen. Compared to the Toyotas and Chevys, they still look kind of the same, but this one is definitely the big difference, especially up front. Just tell me what you guys think about that. But the discount tire car, I mean, nothing too crazy about it. I mean, it's not terrible, but it's not great. It's just kind of like in the meh category, if you know what I mean. But I mean, I think this paint scheme kind of, it probably could use some more work. I mean, it kind of feels like a copy and paste, not from 2020, but I think from like 2019 or 2018 when Discount Tire first came on board with the Cup Series. But not bad, but I probably would have expected a little more effort from Team Penske. But heck, that's just that, I guess. But speaking of good efforts, guys, I'm about to go crazy on Menards car, guys. How about this? Austin Cindric's number 2 Richmond Water Heaters Menards. Yes, the Menards car, guys. And I mean, my screen is absolutely giving this thing like the day glow yellow like it is. But I think on recording, I think the yellow is a little washed out, but yeah, this thing is bright, the nice day glow yellow. Oh my god, man, this thing looks really nice. And let me tell you what, man, I'm really liking the placement of the logos of all the Menard sponsorships and all the other sponsors that we got for Austin Cindric. You see right there, it looks like, yeah, we got some Menard sponsorships like Kitty, Maytag, Knauf, and all the other sponsors that carried over from Keselowski are on here too. Really like how they were able to fill in that gap right there, so that's really cool. I'm really digging the number 2. Even though it looks really weird seeing a number 2 Menards car, I will say that because you're so used to seeing it on the 22 and the 12, but now we get it on the 2. So this is a pretty much iconic sponsor with Austin Cindric and Team Penske. I'm really digging this one. I really am. I mean, I'm going to say good stuff about Menards cars because there's a certain other driver that I like that's with Menards. I try my best not to be biased, but just this is a really cool looking car, guys. I will admit. It kind of reminds me of the car that he won in Phoenix and won the championship in 2020, which, by the way, I did a diecast review of that. You guys haven't already. And we still got 12 people watching and 11 likes, so really appreciate it. Looks like everybody who has been watching this video are liking it, so that's good. This is probably going to be a stream that's going to be going on for half an hour or so, depending how much I talk about these paint schemes. But yeah, I mean, there are some interesting ones I think I might have to make some strong suggestions and points about. Maybe rants, but we'll see, though. But not bad. Not bad on the Menards car. I will say that. It's definitely a lot better than the discount tire car, that's for certain. All right, now we're getting on to the Kevin Harvick cars, guys. I heard a lot of good stuff about the Kevin Harvick cars, but of course, we got to talk about the Busch Light Ford Mustang. I don't know why I did that for a long time, but that's what the car says. It says Busch. I'm going to go and shut up now. This is really cool. I really do like, the placement of the logos. The number doesn't look too bad on this. It looks like this car even has like a gradient texture to it. Like, I don't know, what is that? Like the mountains or something? Or I think it's like the mounds, or it looks like, I don't know, like water or the ocean or something, dude. But this looks really cool. And you got the beer can right there in the middle, with the big old Busch at number 4. But I am really liking how Stewart-Haas Racing laid out the logos. You got the Mobil 1 logo right below there. That looks really cool. And then you got all these other sponsors that, which clearly it's not updated yet because I don't see the Subway logo, and you got Gearwrench, one of his new sponsors. Yeah, I think Busch did a really good job with this. I mean, of course, we're going to be expecting a lot of cool Busch schemes later down the road because they always come up with a lot of creative paint schemes before a base primary car. I mean, look at that, guys. You see like the mountain and the trees in the background. this looks really cool, guys. This looks really nice. I really like this lot, man. I mean, I can't say it enough. These Ford Mustangs, man, they look freaking nice. Really nice. I mean, we'll get on to more about when we're gonna get these cars released, because I know a lot of people are hyped up. Sadly, it doesn't look like we're gonna get any of these diecasts released out for February, because we still got this pandemic going on with the shipping shortages and all that craziness. But my God, this is a beautiful car. Speaking of another beautiful car, guys, we got a brand new sponsor for Stewart-Haas Racing that carried over from Chip Ganassi Racing's Kurt Busch to now Kevin Harvick's Stewart-Haas Racing. Look at this, man. This is cool. Kevin Harvick's, I can't believe I'm saying these words, 2022 Gearwrench Ford Mustang. Holy crap, I think this was actually one of the first paint schemes that came out for 2022, like in late fall or so, like October, November. And when I saw this, I was like, I was still on that fence of not liking the numbers being placed. I guess you could say I was like Boomer. I was like, they're changing the numbers, damn it. But this one really grew on to me. It really did. Especially with the orange and the black. I mean, when you think of Gearwrench, you think of orange and black, and this one looks really nice. I don't know if this is going to be a matte finish or not, but this is just pretty much fantastic, dude. I mean, I am, apologize for, the crazy zoom, and I'm trying to zoom this in with my fingers, but this looks nice, man. I definitely do think that this Gearwrench car, I think, is going to be another hot seller. I think my only gripe about this is that the Busch logo does, I appreciate that Busch Light logo is centered, but I feel like they could have probably squeezed in another one of those sponsors on that corner panel, because that corner panel does look a little squished. Maybe slid in that Mobil 1 logo or something right there to fill in that gap, but I don't know. That's just me, but other than that, I think this paint team looks fantastic. You can clearly see the Gearwrench branding all over this car. It's simple and it works. I mean, I like the layouts. Stewart-Haas Racing really nailed it out the park with this one. And any of these paint schemes I mentioned, guys, if you guys know who actually designed these, feel free to let me know, because this is just this is a cool diecast. I will say that. I'm looking forward to get this, even though this is probably going to be one of the first cars I think get released coming around summer. It's looking like June, like end of May or June-ish, we're going to get these diecast out. And welcome everybody who has just joined. We got 20 people that are watching. Appreciate y'all. How you guys doing on a Thursday night or evening? I live in the East Coast, so. But yeah, I'm just reviewing some paint schemes for y'all to get ready for, the new season of NASCAR, man. But speaking of another iconic paint scheme coming back, this is Kevin Harvick's Mobil 1 Pegasus car. I'm going to go ahead and say it. The Pegasus car is back. Look at this, man. When you think of Mobil 1, especially if you were a NASCAR fan in the early 2000s, you think of that Pegasus. It's pretty much iconic, and I'm glad they brought this back, and it is literally in full center of this, like, Picasso of just wonderfulness. I'm just literally making up words right there. Another simple paint scheme, but I like it. I mean, it kind of looks like, I don't know, like, honestly, I could probably mistake this as a throwback, to be honest with you guys, just because of just that Mobil 1 Pegasus. That thing just looks, I mean, God, so many great Kevin Harvick cars have come out already, guys. And we get the updated logos with Subway, so that's cool they added that. I don't know why they didn't add it on the other cars. But Kevin Harvick, man, is just loaded with a lot of cool schemes. But this one right here looks really cool. I do like this. I mean, I think it even looks like it kind of has the same like base layout with the white, kind of like what his throwback car from 2020. Not 2021. Look at me, I'm already living in the past. I don't even know what year is it. What year is it, Brian? But this is cool. This is really cool. Anybody who has just joined as well, make sure to, be interactive in the chat and like this video if you guys haven't already. Really appreciate y'all because, heck, I just felt like doing something a little different for y'all. So, but this is really cool. Do like this a lot. And we got ourselves yet another, and I mean another, Kevin Harvick diecast for y'all. And all these cards I'm just showing you guys, you can pre-order a Circle B diecast or Logano Racing or any of your local diecast dealers. My local diecast dealer is Daytona Racing and Hobbies. Check them out. They were just at the Rolex 24, and they are also they're going to be at Daytona as well, but they are at the Daytona flea markets. Definitely recommend checking them out. But anyways, enough of that. Let's get back to this. The number 4 Rheem car. Let's just say Kevin Harvick and this sponsor have made a return, and I did not think this was going to happen because, Rheem, they basically have been with, like, a lot of Toyota drivers. They were with, DiBenedetto a few years ago, and then they went, with DiBenedetto / Levine Family Racing, and then they've been on Christopher Bell for quite a while, even Brandon Jones. I didn't think we were going to see Rheem coming back because they were mostly associated with JGR now, but this is cool, man, and I must say, I mean, this is a very refreshing new look and a nice little take on the Rheem car for Kevin Harvick. And yeah, I mean, this is pretty cool, guys. I think it was like literally like almost like 10 years ago, I think, when the last time we saw the Rheem car actually got made in the diecast scale. Let me just say, man, this looks pretty cool. Anybody out there who's just joining, welcome y'all. We got 20 people that are watching. You guys are the best. Yeah, I mean, I must say this definitely looks a lot better of a Rheem car compared to the next, to probably the next. Let's just say the next Rheem car that will be coming out later. In this live stream, I have a lot to say about that shit. But this looks really cool. I mean, I know a lot of people don't like the number placement, but again, Stenhouse Racing, I keep saying this, they really did a good job of laying out these logos. I know it looks a little cluttered, but it's starting to grow on me, all right? I mean, Kevin Harvick is loaded with the sponsors, so, but they definitely did a good job filling in the space on this. Yeah, I mean, I see a lot of people that are mixed in about the number placements. All I can say is, guys, I mean, I saw some of these cars at the Next Gen test. Once you see it in person, it'll grow onto you, all right? Because I was not a good fan of the number placements. Now, I don't mind it now. But yeah, that's all I gotta say about the Rheem car, guys. Really cool to have this sponsor back. One of Kevin Harvick's old sponsors from his RCR and KHI days. All right. Next up, we got ourselves a pretty quite familiar paint scheme for your 2021 NASCAR Cup Series champion Kyle Larson in his number 5 HenriCars.com Chevrolet Camaro for Henry Motorsports. So yeah, it's pretty much a carbon copy of, the car that he absolutely dominated in the 2021 season. But there are some slight differences I've noticed. As you can see right there, it's basically the Henry Cars car. It's a Henry Cars throwback that we all know and love from Kyle Larson and Brian Vickers and Ricky Hendrick. But yeah, and we got a lot of Larson fans in this video already. So yeah, Larson fans unite, including my good buddy who raced a 2011. But I will say, I know a lot of people are gonna be like, this is a lazy attempt of transitioning. And some of these paint schemes, they did transition over well to the next gen car. This one isn't bad, but I don't know. I mean, the only effort they put onto this to make it look different and fill in that gap, because you can clearly see where the gap is right there, right below that HenriCars.com. They added a lot more red, like swirls and stripes around this. I mean, it doesn't look bad, but just, I don't know. They could have done something a little more different, man. They could have done, I mean, that number placement definitely looks odd and noticeable on this paint scheme. I will say that. Just, I don't know. Maybe it's a paint scheme or it's a number, but just, I don't know. Just this car just doesn't feel right, if you know what I mean. I'm gonna have a hard time getting used to this one right here because I kind of wish they changed the paint scheme, all right, because the 2021 car, I have to admit, it looks a lot more better. It does. I mean, this one right here, I mean, I'm glad they kept the design, but just it didn't really transition that well in my opinion. But this is the only Larson car that's available for pre-order for both scales. But yeah, the rear bump. Let's talk about this right here. This monstrosity right here. The double Chevy logos. Now, I don't know what is going to be true or not, all right? But I mean, it's on the diecast render, so it's probably going to be like this. But from what I heard, that these are not going to be on the actual cars. Well, coming into, Daytona, we'll probably find out, or at the Clash. But I hope to God that gold Chevrolet logo is gone because, dude, that just looks so odd, all right? Like, if they want a Chevrolet logo, like, have it the same outline as the grill, all right? I don't know why they have to have the double Chevrolet logos, but whatever, though. I guess it is what it is, but that just looks, I mean, I don't mean to, rain on Chevrolet's parade, but, like, how much brand recognition do you need, Chevrolet? I mean, good Lord. I mean, we even got, the 2 Chevrolet bow ties on the banner as well. I mean, I guess it's not enough for them, especially with the next gen, but I don't know what the purposes of this is, but we're going to see a lot more of these in the Hendrick cars, I will say that. So that is going to be that on the Kyle Larson car. And speaking of another Kyle Larson car, we do get his test car that's also came out. So nothing too crazy right there. I mean, but you want to talk about me complaining about the freaking Chevrolet logo being big? They really went all out with this. But one thing that's pretty cool, I'm glad they're bringing back test cars. As you guys know, they did this when we first got the next, we've got the Gen 6 diecast came out in 2013, NASCAR Authentics, when Spin Master, had them back then. We had test cars, for Pre-Season Thunder in 2013. That was cool, and I kind of wish they brought that back, and looks like they are, guys. I mean, I don't know if this is going to be made in both scales. I know the Chase Elliott one isn't, but this one is pretty cool. I mean, we knew they were going to probably have this offered but one thing I'm really surprised, I mean, I know Kyle Larson does sell well in the diecast, But I'm really surprised, that this was not the Dale Jr. car that Dale Jr. drove at the test car. Because think about it, Lionel makes a shitload of money when it comes to Chase Elliott, Kyle Larson, and Dale Jr. This would have been another great Dale Jr. edition. Who knows? Maybe we'll probably see this in the NASCAR Authentics Way for 2022. I'm already calling it right now, guys. Already calling it right now. We're going to see this car, and it's going to be marketed as a Dale Jr. car in a future NASCAR Authentics Way for 2022. I mean, it only seems about right. All jokes aside, guys, it's just a test car, but I mean, it's pretty cool. I'm glad that they're bringing some test cars in diecast form, but I think it has made MOQ as well, if I'm not mistaken. All right, now we got to talk about another one of these big guys. We got to talk about Brad Keselowski's big move to Roush Fenway Racing, but now the newly acquired RFK, guys. RFK, and let me tell you what, we are stacked with a lot of Brad Keselowski diecast. As you guys know, he is now not only the new driver for the 6, but also owner as well. A co-owner, you can say that. So, but a lot of these paint schemes are really stacked up, and all I can say is that this looks cool. We got the Fastenal branding, not only on the 17 of Chris Buescher, but for Brad Keselowski. And let me tell you what, man, this scheme is really starting to grow on me. I really love the RFK 6, and my lord. And all right, I think it looks like we got a bot in the chat. Well, I'm going to go ahead and remove and report that. Oh, lord. You never know what's going to happen on these live streams, man. Something's going to be crazy, but heck, probably should get a moderator in here very soon. So anybody who's on Discord, let me know, because we should probably get somebody on there and get that chat rocking and rolling and get it occupied. But appreciate you guys for tuning this in, because this is going to be quite a lengthy video. I'm already 21 minutes in, and we still got a lot of stuff to talk about. So I'm kind of glad I'm doing this live, because I can just say whatever I want. Well, not everything, but the Brad Keselowski Fastenal car. This looks nice. I really do like the gradient and the transition we got. We got like a nice black, and then it fades to blue, and then you got like a nice little almost like a carbon fiber hexagon look right there towards like the back, and even you can see a little bit in the front as well. As you see right there where the front is, you see that where that little pattern is. It kind of looks like, I don't know, like some sort of texture. It looks really cool. It kind of gives it that nice little vibe to it, if you know what I mean. I believe it said vibe for a diecast. My lord, I'll be vibing with those diecast. All right, stop being cringe, Brian. But dude, I can't get enough of this 6, man. I'm really liking the RFK 6. This thing looks really cool on the Fastenal car. But I'm glad that they added these lines right here to kind of fill in that space. So RFK really did a good job, designing this car. So this one doesn't look too bad. I will say this looks really nice. All right, and we also got the test car as well, the RFK test car. And let's play a nice little game, guys. How many RFK logos can you spot on this car? And if you guess correctly, then congratulations. You win an RFK diecast. Just kidding. I'm not sponsored by these guys, any way, shape, or form, but really cool. I'm kind of glad that, they're making it that they're going to have a test car offered in this. So of course, they got the iconic dark green, for the Roush logo. So that's really cool they brought that back. I'm not really liking that the 6 is the same color as RFK branding. It's a little hard to see, but, it is a test car after all. But, and for all I know, I mean, we probably could see some of these test cars in a future NASCAR Authentics Way for 2022. I could see it already. That'd be pretty cool, even though I got a feeling they could be peg warmers maybe, but I don't know. We'll just see how things will go. But, my God, I really do like the font of this 6. I mean, a lot of people, trust me, I love the iconic Roush 6, but this one is very modern and it's very stylized, and I'm already running out of adjectives to say about this 6, but it does look nice. Holy crap. Look at this thing right here. Oh my God, this is so far, okay, by far on this list, this is probably the best the best car so far. You know me, I love my bright colors, but look at this, guys. We got ourselves Brad Keselowski's Violet Defense Ford Mustang for RFK Racing. Holy crap, guys. I mean, right off the bat, you can already tell that, this thing really punches you in the freaking forehead with colors. You got freaking purple, you got black, you got yellow. Looks like maybe a purple chrome or reflective number. I mean, this thing looks so cool. Looks so cool, man. I don't know if it's be a glossy purple or a matte purple, but whatever it is, I am loving the purple. I am loving the purple. It's just me, or I don't know. I mean, if David Lane sees this car, he probably is going to think, and call me crazy, this kind of has the Buddy Lazier colors a little bit. But in a short note, guys, this is cool. I mean, I don't know what Violent Defense is. I guess it's like some sort of UV sanitation, I guess, to kill germs and shit like that. I mean, kind of goes by the name. This is really cool, guys. I am really and I mean absolutely really liking this, man. It kind of has the same layout as the Fastenal scheme. So you see the 3 stripes right there. But they really did a good job, man, with the gradients and the background. I mean, holy crap, man. This, I'm definitely, I can't believe I'm saying this, but I might pre-order this because this thing looks pretty damn nice. All right. And we got ourselves, one of the first Spire cars. We do get the other Spire car to be talking about pretty soon. Spire Motorsports is back with Corey LaJoie, and they are bringing back, the iconic, I guess you could say, yeah, pretty much a familiar and iconic sponsor for Spire and Corey LaJoie, the Shuttler Systems car. As you guys know, that was a hot seller car throughout the last 2 years, and this one right here, I think it's even be more of a hot seller. One thing I'm already liking right now is the orange and the camouflage, man. The camouflage, if you look closely, man, this thing actually has, black camouflage. I mean, come on, we're all NASCAR fans. I mean, who doesn't like camouflage? But I'm glad they're doing this. This is really cool, guys. But you can also see right here, I am noticing that, I'm not quite sure what's going on with this window banner right here. We got like one Chevrolet logo and then the Corey LaJoie right here. From what I heard, I mean, I don't know if this is true or not. So, I mean, this is what's weird about diecast vendors. I don't know what's going to be the actual product or not. But apparently, I think like towards when we get to the later in on for the season, some of the later pre-orders, I believe, that are going to be coming out later in the year are going to be updated like this. Because apparently this is what the placement of the front window banner is going to look like. Now, a lot of people will be like, okay, why is there a huge gap right there? I think it has something to do with, like, I don't know, there's like an air duct or something right there that's like towards, the roof. I mean, I'm not quite sure what's going on here, but all I know is that there's something going on right there on the roof that there's a purpose why they can't probably put the logos perfectly centered. It looks odd with just the one Chevrolet logo, so I hope to God this was a screw up, but I highly doubt it. But my lord. Someone was wondering if the Floyd Mayweather diecast. I don't know anybody about that yet, but all I can say is that thing is quite a it looks like a damn unicorn like took a shit on the car. Let's just say that. But back to oh lordy, the Shuttler Systems car. This is cool. I like the camouflage and the bright orange and the Spire font. Looks really cool. All right, now we got ourselves, a car that's only going to be offered in the 124 scale because I believe this is the gambling company, or it has something to do with CBD, which is, smoke weed every day, that kind of shit. This is Tyler Reddick's 3chi.com, or 3chi, however you say it, 3chi or 3chi, wherever my English is correct for y'all. This is really cool. We do got ourselves... Yeah, a lot of people are saying this is the weed car. So, yeah, of course, this is going to be only in the 124 scale because, can't have little kitties, having a weed car, But, my lord, I can't believe, man, we actually have a CBD sponsor in NASCAR now in Diecast. So, that's pretty cool, man. The weed car. Let's get hyped for the weed car. Well, let's not get too hyped, but this is really cool, guys. I do like the gold number on this. The gold number looks nice. I mean, the paint scheme doesn't really, say anything too crazy, but I think that gold number is probably the main reason why I think this diecast looks nice. But gotta make sure this car gets a pre-order, man. And, I mean, I swear to God, I think everyone, their own mother, is gonna lose their shit if the freaking smoke weed car gets canceled. I'm gonna call this a smoke weed car. But this is cool, man. I do like that gold number a lot. All right, and oh boy, we got ourselves a Chase Elliott test car. All right, Lionel's already, bringing up their stocks to be like, all right, we need to sell more diecast. Here we go, a Chase Elliott test car. That's going to get the business booming. So, just like, the Kyle Larson test car, this one's also available for pre-order. I think it's only available in the 124 scale. Kind of surprised, to be honest with you, but, oh lordy, what is that? Apparently that's a test car, and Lionel is going crazy over it because Chase Elliott diecast sell. I mean, oh lord, a test car wave, that would be interesting. I will say that. Oh lordy, I mean, just look at that beauty right there, the Chevrolet. Look at that big ass Chevrolet logo. I mean, man, that Chevrolet logo is interesting. All right. Here we guys go. We got ourselves, my God, this is a beautiful diecast. Chase Elliott's boobies. I mean, sorry, this is the Chase Elliott Hooters car. All right. Can't believe I just said that, but hey, whatever though. This is the Chase Elliott Hooters diecast, created by the one and only Lefty on Twitter. He designs a lot of great paint schemes, and we've had a diecast that was released from him, with the Jimmy Johnson Texas car. But my God, Lefty did an absolutely amazing job with this. And Lefty, if you're watching this, you are the man. Keep doing what you're doing because you have some good shit, man. Let's just say that. This thing already screams like it's a throwback, man. Oh my God. First of all, if you guys were a fan of the Chase Elliott Hooters Spirits car that he drove in 2017 at the Bristol Night Race, this is going to look familiar. So they brought back that nice baby blue, and they, it's a Hooters diecast, so they have to have the orange and the white. I know a lot of people who like the Night Owl car are going to be disappointed, be like, oh man, no more Night Owls. But they brought back the old owl, the old freaking owl, back from the good old days. This looks really cool. This is number 900. Yeah, this is the 900 diecast for Chase Elliott. Oh, man. But I like the Hooters logo on that, all right? I'm not just saying that because, if you look closely in those eyes, you probably know what that is. Hey, there goes my monetization right there. YouTube, demonetize me already. I'm showing, explicit content. This is a cool diecast. I will admit. I know Diecast Buffet and my good buddy Oscar and a lot of the other Chase Elliott fans are going to be going nuts for this. Still not a big fan of that double Chevrolet logo, but it looks like we're going to have that, which sucks. And look at that A-Shock logo just chilling right there like, hey, I'm still relevant because the Hooters just took all over this car. But this is cool. I really do like this one a lot right there. So once again, great job by Lefty for creating this, and looking forward to see what else we got. Oh, Lordy, have mercy. Oh, my God. I guess I'm going to have to do a rant review for the third year in a row. The Lumar window film car. Here we go, guys. Here we go. Basically, Lumar window film, they basically just, did not took any advice from my rant review and many others. They saw that they saw that Chase Elliott won in this car at the freaking Coda race, and they're like, hey, this is gonna be a popular paint scheme. Let's just carry this son of a bitch over. What's even more embarrassing is that they announced this. They had a special announcement about this. A special announcement for this monstrosity. First of all, you know what I'm going to say. The blue number is back. Goodness gracious. But the amount of space I see on this car is absolutely piss poor. Lumar, if you want to keep the paint scheme, that's cool and all. But this diecast looks even way worse now with the number placement. Look at how much space is on the rear of that car. Look at that. What pisses me off is that look at how close the A-Shock, Hooters, and Universe logo are all together. What they should have done, center that Lumar window film logo right there, center it so it doesn't get too close to the 9, and then put all three of those logos just to fill in that space. Because that space right there already screams this car is a total failure when it comes to the number placements. Good Lord. I've already said a lot of bad stuff about the paint scheme. I still don't understand the blue numbers. That's still going to be the biggest mystery of my life. Why blue? I don't know. They probably like blue with their sun colors, I guess. But this is just bad. And look how squished the freaking C-pillar is, guys. You could have probably put the Kelly Blue Book logo or the Valvoline logo in that freaking space as well. Come on, dude. Sponsors wanted, more space on the car. They wanted more space. And then you execute like this. I don't get it. I absolutely do not get it. All right. I'm ashamed of Lumar. I am ashamed of Lumar. Comparing this to the Hooters car, look at the difference, man. Look how much more better looking that Hooters car is in terms of, the number placement and the amount of spaces were filled compared to this absolutely monstrosity. Oh, my Lord. I'm going to go ahead and move on to the next car because I am already just getting a freaking headache looking at this thing because this thing is... Ugh. Goodness gracious. I might need a moment after seeing that damn car. Good Lord. Okay, finally, we got ourselves another Chase Elliott diecast, the Napa Auto Parts car. And this one actually looks pretty nice. Compared to the monstrosity that we had from, I just said, a few, the last slide ago. Oh, Lordy. Yeah, Lumar window foam car. At least you guys know there's going to be another rant review for this year. So I guess that's always cool. But Chase Elliott's, new look for this year for the Napa car. I gotta admit, doesn't look too bad. I think they kind of overdid it with the yellow lines a little bit. And the A-Shock logo does look a little squished. I kind of wish they moved that A-Shock logo towards the quarter panel, because you see there's a big gap right there where the Universe logo is. But one thing I'm really liking, though, that I think they did a good job, I think Napa probably had something to do with this, they actually had, I like how that's outlined, where the Napa hexagon logo is. I'm glad that, they kind of like basically created an outline right there. That looks really cool. It really pops in your eye and be like, hey, this is a Napa car. So good job on them. Like the logo placements as well, where the white is. You can clearly see where the other logos are with the white. That looks nice. I think my only gripe is probably get rid of this one yellow line right here, because it looks a little unnecessary, that one yellow line right there. But other than that, it looks pretty cool. And oh Lord, we got ourselves the freaking half-colored A-pillars again. Hendrick Motorsports, man, I thought we were done with that. Why you gotta, I mean, look at that A-pillar, man. I don't know why they do that stuff, but it is what it is. And look at that bright blue Goodyear logo. I mean, I don't know why that thing is bright blue, but I think it should be like a Napa blue, if you know what I mean. But great job by Hendrick Motorsports. I thought this was a nice needed change. What's going on with that Napa no logo? All right. I was like, all right, I guess it's just the antenna. I was like, wait a minute, is there a chip on the diecast render? What the hell? Just kidding though. Yeah, I kind of see the resemblance. It kind of looks like Michael Waltrip's 2001 Napa car. I see the resemblance a little bit, especially up on top. Yeah, this is definitely going to be a NASCAR Authentics for sure. By the way, how you guys are enjoying this, as we got 27 people watching. Wow, I really do appreciate you guys tuning in for this. This is probably going to be like an hour stream probably, so heck. But, I got to thank Rowdy Energy for supplying me with the stream, because I probably wouldn't have enough energy to do this live stream, so just appreciate you guys for that. And let's get back on to more. All right, so I'm not sure what's going on with the diecast render right here, but as you guys know, Aric Almirola, this is going to be the final Smithfield car. It's the final primary scheme we're going to have for Aric Almirola in his Smithfield Ford Mustang, because you guys know he's going to be retiring / stepping away, for family reasons at the end of this year, which is probably the biggest shock I've ever heard. I mean, I thought Harvick was going to be the guy that was going to go for Stewart-Haas before Almirola, but family always comes first, man. Just ask Tom Brady. But anyways, yeah, enough talk about football. This is a cool car, guys. I'm really feeling the need for some Smithfield right now, looking at this car. Heck, I just got done, actually eating some bacon as well. I don't know if it's Smithfield bacon, but much needed change. I do like this a lot. Is that just me, or those stripes kind of look like the DEI 3 right there? Oh Lord, Teresa Earhart's gonna look at that and be like, I'm suing, bitch. Just kidding. Kind of does though a little bit, guys. Kind of does. But once again, man, Stewart-Haas Racing, I have not been disappointed with any of these paint schemes so far. They've done a really great job with this. Definitely looks a lot better than the All-Star car from 2020. I thought that was pretty bad, but I'm glad they really changed this up, man. They got the gold number. I don't know if this thing is actually be like a gold chrome or not. I know the 10 usually is metallic, I think, the last few years in diecast form, but much needed change. I do like this a lot. And heck, I'm just hoping Almirola can surprise us and get another win, because that was pretty cool that I got to witness him winning at New Hampshire last year. But hey, too much white. I mean, yeah, I mean, everyone's got their own opinions, but I think a lot more black I think would look better. But not bad though, not bad at all. I will say that. All right, here we guys go. We gotta get Denny delivers in this freaking chat right now, but we got Denny Hamlin's 2021 FedEx Express Toyota Camry, and all I can say is, man, that the vibrancy and the color is so damn nice on this. And talk about that gradient. That gradient looks freaking fantastic. And they brought back the purple. I mean, my God. I mean, it seems like 2022 is going to be the diecast. Purple's going to be the way to go, man. I mean, purple definitely always rocks. And I'm glad they brought back the purple front, the purple roof, and that gradient, man. I love the fade and the gradient that they have. I mean, that is really cool, man. Outlining the side skirts. This is a banger of a paint scheme, man. I mean, Lordy have mercy. And one thing I liked that I wish a lot of other, companies would have done, adding the Sports Clips logo. I know the Sports Clips logo looks a little small, but in this particular place, it really does fill in the need for that gap, because if that Sports Clips logo wasn't there, I think this scheme would look a little incomplete. I mean, I know the quarter panel does look a little, bare bones, but this is a perfectly balanced diecast, guys. I mean, just look at that. Look at that freaking gradient. This is just beautiful. Now, my only thing is that since how bright and beautiful this is, it's a long shot. I mean, I keep saying it every single time a FedEx car gets released, but it would just even look even more better, guys, if the other FedEx cars have that color and vibrancy. I'm talking about, you know, switch that orange out with some other colors, then we're gonna be talking. You know what I mean, guys? You know what I mean? You know, the iconic 4 FedEx schemes, all different colors. I think that would look nice on this, but the purple and the orange transition with the white just looks fantastic. I can't get this enough. And we got 30 people watching, guys. We are really increasing the viewers, so really appreciate it, guys. And 26 likes. Thank you, guys. Thank you guys a lot. I mean, this is a live reaction that I was not planning on doing, but we're already 40 minutes in. And we got ourselves, all right, I got to be biased right here. Ryan Blaney, a Ryan Blaney diecast. Oh, boy. Where's my Blaney hat, damn it? I got to get my Ryan Blaney hats. I'm on board on this son of a bitch. Ryan Blaney's 2022 Advanced Auto Parts car. Holy crap. Anybody who's a big fan of throwbacks and Rusty Wallace, you are going to automatically see the resemblance in this. This thing looks cool. But if you look pretty closely, this is not just a plain black. If you look closely towards that hood, we got like a nice little shadow effect of the Advanced Auto Parts flag. That looks really cool. I like that nice little added feature. It kind of gives this car a nice little texture. But man, I think this thing even has colored rims or chrome rims because look, guys, I know it's weird not seeing, you know, colored rims on the Penske diecast, but these rims look really nice. I mean, I know it's just a diecast render, but they really do stand out. But my God, guys, this is a cool looking paint scheme, guys. I think Ryan Blaney actually announced this car. If you guys were at one of the Hurricane games down in Charlotte, they announced this car. So you guys really got in a real treat for that. I think it was him and Austin Cindric were there. But heck, you know, I know a lot of people are disappointed. They wanted to see, you know, the red Advanced Auto Parts car. I did like that too, but I'm really surprised they went with this, guys, because, you know, I usually when I think of the Advanced Auto Parts car, I think of red and that yellow, but they're going with black, guys. But this thing really does look nice. My God, I mean, definitely, I mean, if you just cover up that one, you can mistake this for a Rusty Wallace car, I will say that. But great job on Advanced Auto Parts and Team Penske. They did a great job with this one right here. And we got ourselves yet another Menards car, guys. The Lippmann Menards car returns, but now in next-gen form. So anybody who got the 2019, or was it the 2020 diecast, actually? Well, actually, no, 2019, yeah. They did release this car in 2019. I call myself a Blaney fan. I don't even know what my diecasts are. But the Lippmann car looks really cool. The green and the Dayglow yellow looks nice. The Austin Cindric car, I think, does look a little more nicer because it just had, you know, just the number 2. The 12 doesn't look too bad on this, I will say that. Coming from this angle, you can definitely see where the 12 is getting a little skewed, which doesn't, I mean, just like the tip of it. You can clearly see there's a little bit of a gap right there. I think if they just move that 12 just a little bit back, just a little bit, not so much, maybe like a few inches or so, or like a few centimeters, I think that would look nice. I think that would. But I think Menards did a good job with this paint scheme, and heck, you know me, I'm gonna get excited about those Menards diecasts like there's no tomorrow. But yeah, Penske did a good job with this, I will say that. Hey, what's going on, Michael? New Jersey diecast. All right. Right here, we got ourselves yet another Ryan Blaney diecast. As you guys know, the War sponsorship has been on with Brad Keselowski for many years. I think to the beginning of and the start and the end of Brad Keselowski's career with Penske. But now, since Keselowski's with RFK, they decided to go with this car right here, guys, with Ryan Blaney's Worth car. And you know, this diecast doesn't look too bad. I mean, it is basic. It is different. It's really different, but I think the rims do look really nice on this because you got, you know, this paint scheme does look different. Let's just say that. I mean, it is weird seeing a black number 12 on the side. I think the outline on the 12 on the side, I don't know. I mean, it looks a little out of place because you can see right there where the outline is like really white, and then you have this nice little shadow and gradient where the spikes are. It does look a little odd and it does look a little distracting, but and there is a little bit of a gap in the space right there beneath the Worth logo. But it's not cluttered, so I guess that's good. I mean, I think Worth, I kind of like how Worth they kind of angled their logo a little bit, so you can see it really, so I'm glad that, you know, some companies are doing that. I thought they were just going to be, you know, straight up, you know, vertical and horizontal, not vertical. Do you know your directions now, Brian? Horizontal, vertical, there we go. But, and you see the Wabash, it looks like that's going to be continuing over with them. But yeah, a very refreshing looking paint scheme. I will say that. We got like some nice, you know, I guess you could say spikes for this car. It's different. I definitely say it's very different. And you know me, I'm definitely going to get this because I'm a Blaney fan. We got the red spoiler as well, which looks really cool. All right. This is really cool, guys. Is it just me, or can I just say that this car? I mean, did Tony Stewart came out of retirement? I mean, this thing literally looks like a Tony Stewart Office Depot car from 2011. It really does. But now, guys, it's just Chase Briscoe and his brand new sponsor, Mahindra Tractors, Ford Mustang, for Suarez Racing. My goodness, guys, this is really cool. I mean, they kind of fooled me for a second when Tony Stewart made an announcement about this car. I was like, is this going to be like a throwback or a Tony Stewart throwback? Because, you know, when I first saw it, I mean, it kind of looks like it because it's got the color combination. I mean, for a second, though, I thought Office Depot was coming back. I was like, oh my God, this is freaking awesome. But no, a brand new sponsor, Mahindra Tractors. So anybody who likes a tractor should definitely be tracking on board to get this diecast. Here we go again with the puns already. You know, the stream's going to get crazy now since I'm doing puns. But this is a cool diecast. I really do like this. The red really just punches you in your face. Not literally. Kind of graphic, right? But, and there goes the fuse, but whatever though. This is cool. I really do like this, man. And once again, Storehouse Racing, I keep saying it every time, but they really know how to place their logos. They really know how to. They did a good job. They did a good job. Well, it's look at me. I'm trying to go back in the past. Goodness gracious. I love that Worth card, but we're focusing on here. But look at this. There's even some shadow effects where the High Point logo is, and right behind the 14, there's even like some more dark shadows. I mean, this looks really cool, man. I'm really digging this paint scheme, guys. I mean, my God, what an upgrade of a paint scheme we got for Chase Briscoe, man. My Lord. All right, and we got ourselves a Chris Buescher diecast, the Fast and All cars, so that makes a return. But it looks like we might have reflective or chrome numbers. That's what it looks like on that 17. So it looks really cool. A very similar paint scheme. I think just the colors are inverted on this car compared to the Keselowski car. So it's blue in the front and then black in the back compared to the Keselowski car, which is the other way around. So I like inverted paint schemes. That's really cool. This one looks nice. I really do like this. I think they did a good job. You know, even though Chris Buescher, I think, would like to have a lot more sponsors. I mean, but hey, you know, it's Chris Buescher. He hasn't really done that much on the Cup Series besides those two, cars. Besides those two. Well, no, actually, I'm thinking of Stenhouse already. Good Lord, Brian. What year is it? But no Rick Rare or calling cars. Yeah, guys, I'm only showcasing the cars that are available for pre-order for Diecast. Because you know me, I'm the Diecast news guy, so this is kind of like a paint scheme preview in reaction, but it's just for all the cars that are getting made in Diecast. So, same with the Austin Dillon car. We don't have any Austin Dillon cars yet available for pre-order, so these are just all the cars that are available, but they will be coming out soon. I know that for a fact. But back to the Fast and All car, guys. Pretty solid paint scheme. It just looks like the Keselowski car, but just the colors are inverted, but loving that chrome number. All right. Oh my God. This is probably yet another one of my favorite paint schemes that did a great job transitioning to the next gen car. Kyle Busch is probably going to be new main sponsor for 2023 since, you know, a familiar sponsor is going to be leaving us at the end of this year, but that's going to be the next car we'll be talking about. The Interstate Batteries car is back, and it is even more electrifying as ever. Here we go again with those puns, Brian. Good Lord. This is... What a badass diecast this is. Oh my Lord. You want to talk about an amazing car, guys. I'm loving that they put, you know, the old, I'm glad they put that Interstate Batteries logo, the iconic Interstate Batteries logo right there up on the hood. That looks fantastic. And then you got the big ass slanted Interstate Batteries logo covering up majority of that car. That looks beautiful. The 18 looks nice too. And look at those lightning bolts, man. Those lightning bolts, I mean, oh my Lord, man. Look at that. I mean, look at the shadowing and the gradients. Oh my God, this looks amazing. Lionel, please don't screw this up. You did a good job the last 2 years with this car. Please make this car transition. And you see right there, we do got... if you look at that front window banner, we do get that gap right there in between the window banner. So that's why you see Kyle Busch's name and the Toyota logo. So I guess that's how the diecast are going to look like. But man, this thing looks really cool. The only thing I probably got to criticize is that the M&M's logo does look a little odd. It looks like it's like slightly slanted, I guess. It's kind of like heading toward like the rim of the Rheem car. Probably shouldn't say rim in a freaking diecast video, Brian, but whatever though. All right, so you probably know what I'm going to be reacting to next, guys. This is going to be Kyle Busch's final primary scheme for the M&M's car. We will be getting a lot more M&M's cars probably coming out, you know, later in the year, but for a final primary scheme, because if you guys have not known already, if you guys are living under a rock, sorry for you guys, M&M's is leaving. as a full-time sponsor at the end of this year, which sucks because this is like a car that the M&M's cars, you know, every NASCAR fan has grown up with one, whether, you know, you're in the 90s or, you know, the freaking 2000s or the 2010s. Everyone knows the M&M's car, and I think this is probably let me just say, in terms of like of a complete M&M's paint scheme, I think this one really seals the deal, because now with the number placement, you know, being shifted forward, that adds a lot more space to, you know, give, you know, the paint scheme designers and the teams whatever space they want. And in this case, they decided to represent all 6 M&M's characters, and I think that's really cool, man. Although I am a little concerned about that blue M&M, I think he is he might be a little I think he might have had too much of that Tyler Reddick weed car, if you know what I mean. He's looking a little too happy right there. Nothing I'm not liking about this car, guys. My only thing I'm not liking is how small the Interstate Batteries logo is. It looks like they just photoshopped the Interstate Batteries logo. It's like, all right, we got all these M&M's characters on this car, and then they're like, oh Christ, where do we put the Interstate Batteries logo? Where do we put it? Let's just put it right there. It doesn't look terrible. I mean, it does look kind of random, but at least it's not covering up the face. Could you imagine the Interstate Batteries logo covering up one of the eyes or one of the faces of the M&M's car? Goodness gracious, that would have been an epic fail. So they did a good job with that. It looks like part of the yellow M&M's arm is actually touching the 18, so get a little too close there, buddy. But I like this, man. I really do like this. This definitely feels like a complete paint scheme, and I had a feeling that we were going to probably get something like this. When we do the diecast review of this, this car is not going to be symmetrical on either side, because, you know, it's different. So that's really cool. Man, I'm definitely going to miss the M&M's car, I will say that, but this one definitely is going to be a hot seller, to say the least. But my lord, this thing looks cool. 31 likes in this video, guys. How about that? And we got 22 people still watching. Here we gotta go. I'm going to be biased on this car, but we got ourselves Truex Jr.'s a refreshing new look on the auto owner scheme. This right here is, I will say it definitely looks a lot better, and I mean a lot better than the 2021 car. The 2021 car was a little basic, but this car, the blue camo, oh my god, the blue camo, guys. Camouflage sometimes doesn't work on cars, but this car already kind of has that same similar vibe to the Chase Elliott Mountain Dew, what was it, like the red ribbon or blue ribbon car, or was it what, Team Rubicon, that's what it is, the Team Rubicon 2020 car for Mountain Dew that came out. Did I really say blue ribbon? That's a beer, Brian. Good lord. That's when you know this stream is getting pretty intense. But my god, guys, this is, what a kick-ass paint scheme this is. I mean, you know I'm gonna be biased on a Truex car, but this, I was really looking forward to seeing what they were going to do for this year. And this looks nice. This looks really nice. I mean, I think the 19 does look a little close to the Cup Series logo, but whatever though, that's it what it is. But I do like this right here. But it's just me, just the side of this car kind of reminds you of like the old game like Tetris. I mean, I'm gonna call this probably the freaking Tetris car, because look at that. That thing looks like you're playing Tetris on the freaking side of this car, man. And that's what it looks like. But I like it. I love the blue camo, guys. This looks really cool. I mean, I'm not a big fan of, like, you know, when decals are pixelated, but when they're part of the paint scheme, then that totally changes the game. So, you know, we had the Minecraft car. Well, that was the nickname, the Minecraft car, the Chase Elliott Mountain Dew Team Rubicon. But now we got ourselves the Truex Jr. Tetris car. Let's just say that. This is cool, guys. I'm really digging this one, man. I like the logo placements on this. What an awesome job by auto owners for creating such another banger paint scheme. I might even say this might even look better than the 2019 car and the 2020 car. I mean, as much as I like that, you know, that mosaic finish, this one probably has to be up there. It looks really cool. And we got a pretty familiar look for Truex Jr. that I think this paint scheme transitioned over quite well. The Bass Pro card, I mean, we got the Dayglow orange, the black, and the yellow. This thing looks cool, and it looks just as cluttered as it was like last year's. Probably not as too much cluttered, but, you know, last year's was cool in terms of, like, you know, filling in the spaces. This one doesn't look too bad. I think my only gripe is that the ATV's logo, I think they should just center that a little bit more, because I'm not liking the little gap right there, because you can see right below where the B is, there's like a little black gap. Maybe they could have fixed that. And maybe where the Bass Pro Shops logo is, it's kind of like overlapping where that orange curve is. I think if they put like a deeper like black outline where the Bass Pro logo is, or where that curve is, so because it kind of looks like that Bass Pro car is kind of overlapping on that 19 on the orange background. But I mean, this looks cool, guys. This looks really cool. I do like this a lot. But talk about a cluttered mess, guys. You want to talk about a cluttered mess? Look at that freaking decklet, man. They had no room on this car, so they really utilized the space on this very nicely. You know, it's pretty much a carbon copy of last year's car carried over to this year's. Just, you know, with the different, you know, placement of the logos. But I think all the logos look really nice, and all of them actually look pretty symmetrical. They're all in the same sizes. Yeah, the Bass Pro logo looks nice. The Risa logo looks really nice in the rear, on the rear compared to the front last year's. I thought last year's was kind of odd with the Risa's logo, but looks a lot better in the black, since, you know, Risa's is mostly a black scheme. So, but that decklet, man, look at that decklet. That thing, they had no room on this car, and they had to squeeze all the other side sponsors on the decklet, man. That is just that is just insane, man. Absolutely insane. But great job by, you know, Joe Gibbs Racing. They did a good job with this car. All right, we got ourselves. This is one of the. This is actually Christopher Bell's 2022 DeWalt car, and this car has chrome numbers, but I will admit this paint scheme is kind of a downgrade compared to the DeWalt car that we had. That we also have a Truex Jr as well. For if you guys didn't saw my double diecast review, then check that out. This car, it's kind of a downgrade, and I'm gonna say because it just looks pretty basic. I don't think the chrome number really, the chrome number, yeah, it is very unnecessary in this. I think a white number would look nice. I think Joe Gibbs Racing is gonna get too crazy with these chrome numbers. I mean, they already done it with Christopher Bell cars, which we'll begin to a very interesting one next. So get ready for some entertainment, y'all. This one, I think just the execution, it's kind of poor. It kind of is. I mean, they had a good idea placing all the logos on the bottom where the Rheem logo is. But I don't know. I mean, Rheem is a pretty big sponsor. I would have expected, I don't know. I mean, the DeWalt logo, I feel like they could have, like, I don't know, added a lot more yellow towards this car. There's just not really much going on with this, guys. I mean, I mean, the logo placements don't look terrible, but I think they could have, like, I don't know, moved that DeWalt logo just a little bit more, you know, towards the right side, and probably added a little more yellow, or come up with a different design or something, because this is just too basic. But I don't know, there's just, I'm just not liking how that DeWalt logo looks, guys. It looks really off-putting, let's just say that. But the chrome number does look pretty bad on this. But I don't know, man. And I'm not really liking how the DeWalt logo is not perfectly centered on the hood. I mean, I don't know why they do that. Probably, you know, to get that good camera angle on the hood to get that full sponsor. But if they centered that DeWalt logo on the hood, I think that would look nice too. Oh my God. Yeah. So, yeah. As you can tell, what I said about the Chase Elliott Lomar window foam car, I think this one is even worse in terms of utilizing the space. Rheem, I know you guys like this paint scheme a lot, but holy crap, you guys absolutely just ruined this. All right, this scheme pretty much hasn't really much changed at all, and you guys could have done something different. But you guys decided to not only put the chrome numbers on this, which looks, now that I think about it, the chrome numbers look really bad. But what in the living hell is this, Rheem? You guys wanted more space on the car. And you're to tell me that your only effort was to put the Rheem logo on the side of the car, and that's it? The Rheem logo and your website down below? Are you kidding me, dude? Are you freaking kidding me? The quarter panel is blank. The whole rear side of this car is empty. This is pathetic. Absolutely pathetic. I mean, and look at the decklet, man. Look how stacked the decklet is. You can't tell me you can't put some of these sponsors, you know, like on that, on the freaking decklet or something. Not the decklet, on the rear of this car. I mean, this thing is literally a colossal trash. Absolute trash. I mean, my lord. I mean, I like the colors. They're cool, but it's not too crazy if you can't execute where to put the logos. This thing definitely needs an overhaul. That's for certain. What a fail. What an absolute fail by Joe Gibbs Racing and Rheem. I feel sorry for anybody who is probably going to order this car, but I'm going to laugh my ass off if this car gets canceled. Probably won't, but we'll see. But what an absolute piss poor of excuse for the space on this car. This is laughable for a professional company putting on a professional company, professional team. Someone approves this. Some Joe Schmo out in the office approves this. This is bad, man. There are so many other great paint scheme designers out there that can create much better stuff than this. And don't give me the excuse that Rheem doesn't want to change his paint scheme. They did it with the Kevin Harvick car, so there's no absolute excuse for this. No excuse whatsoever. Oh my God. I don't want to use all my energy up and, just talking about this car, but goodness gracious, man. This is just, oh my God, man. Every time I'm literally getting more and more pissed off every time I see this thing, because just like, there's a reason why we moved the numbers, and you give us this. Enough of this car. Enough. I'm done. This is just bad. All right. So next up, as of now I got that out of my system, we got ourselves one of our rookies to be talking about, Harrison Burton, the 21 Dex Imaging car. As you guys know, Dex Imaging has been a long time sponsor for him, even dating back to his late model days. This looks cool. I definitely think it looks a lot better than the primary Wood Brothers car, which we'll be getting to next. I think my only thing about this is that the Dex Imaging logo is a little too big. Probably should have trimmed it down just a little bit, because I see the X is starting to overlap and the D. Oh Lord, that D is getting quite close to that one, if you know what I mean. I'm acting very sus right now. But my Lord, guys, besides that, this paint scheme looks really nice. I mean, it sucks that Dex Imaging, they're still with Team Penske, but they're now with Wood Brothers. So I don't know if they're going to be still sponsoring Ryan Blaney, but this is pretty cool. I do like this paint scheme a lot. I mean, nothing too crazy, but the colors are vibrant and the logo is nice and big. I think Wood Brothers did a good job on this. I think they did. I can't really say about this one, though. Wood Brothers, I know you're an iconic company, and the front of this car looks promising, but this is the primary Wood Brothers scheme that we all know and love. Well, I can't really say if I like this. I think the biggest thing I got to say about this car, first of all, Harrison Burton. I mean, wish the guy the best of luck. I mean, I don't think he's going to do too well, but, he's just a rookie. But, yeah, Matty D. Pay respects to Matty D in the chat, guys. He's the Truck Series driver now. But he's just going to get the shit done, guys. So, it is what it is. My Lord, guys. Harrison Burton. Yeah, guys. Harrison Burton's Motorcraft. Wait, did I say Matty D? Oh, Lord, I apologize. I didn't even catch that until now, guys. Oh, Lordy. I'm still living in the past, man. I mean, it's weird to see Harrison Burton in the 21 car now. But back to this car, guys. I'm not liking it. I'm not liking it at all. I mean, the Ford Motorcraft logo, I'm sorry. It just doesn't work. It just doesn't work horizontally. I think if the Ford Motorcraft logo was like how it's laid out on the hood and they put that on the side of the car, then maybe we would have got somewhere. I don't know why they decided to put it in the horizontal logo. It looks so odd and bizarre. I think putting it in the vertical way would look a lot better, because think about it. Just think about that, guys. I think it would look a lot better. And plus, the corner panel looks pretty crammed with the logos. I will say that. This paint scheme could get some cleaning up. I mean, it does utilize some space to a certain extent, but there's some white space above that there's some white space above the Ford Motorcraft logo and below it too. So not my cup of tea. I will say that. Definitely not my cup of tea. It is pretty bad, but at least they did something to, fill in the space, but not as bad as the Christopher Bell car. I think the Christopher Bell car has been the absolute worst. All right, so we got ourselves a brand new refreshing look for Joey Logano's 22 AAA auto insurance. As you guys can see, the scallops have disappeared, and we're just going with the very basic design. So anybody who is not a big fan of the scallop scheme, you guys have been rejoiced, because we just have a pretty basic scheme, which it kind of looks like this is like the same scheme layout that they used for the IndyCar series. I'm kind of seeing that with just like the straight lines and the outlines. Nothing too crazy. I mean, it is bright and vibrant. I mean, the only thing I see is just a white hood and a white spoiler. But hey, they finally changed it though. But this one doesn't look too bad. It does. It definitely doesn't look too bad. It definitely is different, and I know the Logano fans are gonna be happy about this. And oh lordy, guys, here we go. This is one I think a lot of people are waiting for. We got ourselves no more scallops on the Shell Pennzoil car after literally like 11 years of this scheme. It's finally gone. I can only imagine what that car would look like if it had scallops, but the scallops have officially disappeared. And now we got ourselves Joey Logano's brand new Shell Pennzoil Ford Mustang for Team Penske. I will say, though, there is a lot more yellow on this. It definitely looks like a Pennzoil car, I will say that. But the red on this, I mean, I think this car probably could have used a little more red. I don't know. Call me crazy, guys. I think the AAA scheme looks a little more better. This just looks like it's missing something. You know what I mean? It's definitely missing something. It's missing more red. And call me crazy, guys. Call me crazy. I know I've said that many times. But I think the scallop scheme looks a lot better than this. This is just too plain. This is absolutely too plain. I mean, I can see what they were trying to do, doing the outline on the wheel welds. But it's just, I don't know, it's just not the same, man. I mean, if they could have had the same paint scheme layout maybe as the AAA auto insurance car, maybe that could have worked. But no, I mean, this right here is just, I don't know. I mean, I know I sound like a hypocrite saying, oh, they should have changed the team. Well, they did, but it's pretty basic. Really basic, and not in a good way, guys. It definitely needs a lot more red. A lot more red. Let's just say that. So if they were going to improve this paint scheme for 2023, let's get a lot more red on this sumbitch, especially since the red's supposed to be shell. So, you know me, I'm not a big fan of Logano, but it's cool they finally changed this, but I don't know, man. I think the scheme definitely is a downgrade. So, where's the go back button now? Go back to the scallops, damn it. All right, so next up, this is another one, the diecast that just got announced. Bubba Wallace's DoorDash car. Now, there's a lot been going on lately. When they first announced this car, okay, I don't know what is true or not, but on the diecast render, where the gray is, I think on the announcement video, it was white. I think the white looks a lot more better, but the gray on this is different. I mean, first of all, I'm still confused. Is this car going to be gray or white? Because the announcement video really confused me. All right. And if you guys know what I'm talking about, look at the announcement video for Bubba Wallace's reveal of this car, and tell me, does that doesn't look like white? Well, the diecast render is showing it gray, so I don't know. I mean, let's just say it's gonna be gray. All right, hubba bubba. But is it just me? Is it just me, or does this car kind of look like Kurt Busch's 2003 Rubbermaid car? Does it? Does it kind of remind you of that? I mean, because you got the colors. The colors are right there, guys. But the $1 million question today is this a better scheme than last year's? I mean, I don't know. I think the gray is just putting me in a wrong way, guys. I think the white would have really... I think if this car was white, I think where the gray is, where the white should be is, I think it will look a lot more nicer. I'm still a fan of last year's, to be honest with you guys. This isn't bad, but I don't know. I mean, it is... it's different. Excuse me. Let's just say that. There's the energy drink burp for y'all. So, still got almost 30 people still watching this, so appreciate you guys. Oh boy, here we guys go with another lazy attempt of Hendrick Motorsports. William Byron's 2022 Exalted car. Hey, you guys like the Exalted car from last year? Well, let's carry that sumbitch over to this year. Well, there's a problem, you see. A problem, actually two problems I see. The double Chevrolet logo, which looks so bad on that. I mean, look at the front end on that thing, right below the Exalted logo. That gold Chevrolet logo looks awful. But, once again, I gotta say this. Look at that gap. Look at that gap between the 24 and the Exalted car. Nope. Nope, I'm sorry. I mean, the paint scheme looks cool. I think it looks nice. And it's grown on to me. But this did not go well on the next gen car. It definitely didn't. It definitely did not go well. Because look at all that space you got right there. Hendrick Motorsports. Come on, guys. Maybe I think in the not-so-distant future we'll have some other side sponsors maybe below that Exalted logo. But still, I mean... there's still a pretty big noticeable gap, even if you fill in all that space. I mean, I think what they could have done is maybe put like the Exalted logo, and then they probably could have put like the A for Exalted somewhere on this car, and maybe like tilt it or something, man, just to fill in that gap. I mean, I don't know. There's just not really much I got to say good about this car. I don't know. That space is just really bugging me, man. That space just, I know this scheme looks nice, but just come on. Come on, Hendrick Motorsports. We know this is the modern Rainbow Warrior car, but just, you got to work with what you got, man. Like, and this just didn't carry over too well, in my opinion. All right, and we got ourselves a new, refreshing, and very flamey look for William Byron's Limited University car. I will say, I'm digging the flames. Flames definitely look good on the 24, but I think the execution of this, first of all, I will say the placement of the logos look really cool. But I think the color combination is definitely a downgrade compared to last year's. I thought last year's was really cool. They really did a good job with the colors of this. Not a big fan of the red 24. I mean, this is kind of the problems we had with the early Chase Elliott diecast. They just, I don't know, like the 24 is really hard to see in this paint scheme. I don't know what more else they could have done. I don't know, man. On the passenger side, it doesn't look too bad, but I don't know, man. I mean, coming to the front, I don't know if I'm liking that maroon 24, man. I don't know. I see what they were trying to do, but just, you know, it's bad when I'm trying to find that 24. I got to squint my eyes. I I think they could have done something a little more different with the colors, in my opinion. I don't think the red number 24 really works in this car. I don't know. It's not terrible, but just I don't know. I mean, I'm having a hard time trying to recognize the Liberty logo and the 24 just because, you know, it looks kind of like almost it's like blended into the paint scheme, if you know what I mean. The front looks nice. It definitely kind of reminds me of his Liberty car from his Xfinity days. It definitely shows that resemblance. And then we got like some weird racing stripe on the hood of this, not the hood, the roof of this car. Definitely this scheme is kind of all over the place because it's trying to be like a racing stripe car on the top, and then you got like, I don't know. I mean, there's a lot going on with this car. You know, you got flames, and then you got some waves, and in the front, and the racing stripes. I think this car is kind of having like a little bit of an identity crisis. It just doesn't know what it wants to be, which is a shame because I thought the Liberty University car from last year was pretty nice. Alrighty, and right here we got ourselves another William Byron car, the Valvoline sponsorship, which is carrying over from Kyle Larson, and now to William Byron. I mean, I think he did drove a scheme similar to this at the Charlotte Roval, but this one, in terms of like the best William Byron car, I think this one looks like the best. This car, I mean, it's cool they got the Dayglow yellow. The yellow 24 looks really cool on this. The paint scheme is nice and simple. The Valvoline logo, I think, does a good job, you know, filling in that space. And you can see where the gap is, but instead of having just a gap, they kind of used parts of the Valvoline logo and they arched it to fill in that gap. So that's not bad. I mean, I think the number could definitely be a lot more bigger, but got to give Valvoline some props. I mean, when people first saw this car, they're like, oh, this car is kind of ugly. I got to admit, it's not very eye-pleasing like his Alta car, but in terms of like filling in the space, I think Valvoline did a good job with this, especially with adding that Valvoline line right down the middle. It is kind of random, but I think it does its justice. I don't know if this car is going to be made. To be honest with you, I feel like this is going to be one of the cars that might get canceled because it's just so underrated. But we'll see, man. We'll definitely see. I definitely think by far this is the best Byron car that we got so far for 2022 in terms of the space execution. And hey, they delivered. I will say that. All right, next up, we are getting pretty close to the end of this, guys. We are now into the 30s. We got ourselves another rookie this year, which is going to be, no, not Anthony Alfredo, but this is, or John Hunter Nemechek. This is Todd Gilliland. So, yes, we got ourselves a Gilliland returning in the 38. So, how about that, guys? I mean, David Gilliland and now Todd Gilliland driving the 38. I find that's pretty cool. But we got ourselves another new sponsor, a card sponsor. I mean, pretty cool to see a credit card sponsor back in NASCAR because, oh, we miss you, Credit One Bank. We definitely miss you. The firstphase.com car. I was not expecting this. I definitely was not expecting this, man. I mean, usually the Front Row Motorsports diecast usually don't do a good job on this in terms of like, you know, getting cars made. But you know, this is pretty decent. I mean, it is a basic scheme. I mean, you see right there, it's just mostly just a black car with the First Phase logos, and then I like the bluish, greenish teal 38 with the white outline. That looks pretty cool. And then we got like some dots, just random dots all over this car. We're playing, you know, connect the dots, damn it. It's basic, very, very basic. But I don't know if this is going to be under a matte finish. I think it will look really nice. I can already see it already being on a matte finish, on a matte Saint finish. I mean, I think that would look nice. I think that would, even though it's a basic car. But not bad. Not bad, guys. I'm kind of liking this, man. I'm really digging this. I mean, sometimes simple schemes do work. You don't want to go too crazy and all overboard like the Liberty University car. This looks cool. I do like this one. We got Cole Custer's 2021. Not 21. Holy crap, Ryan. I apologize, guys, for that, you know, miscue. You know I was going to say it once in these videos, but we got Cole Custer's 2022 HaasTooling.com Ford Mustang for Storehouse Racing. Another great paint scheme, guys. I mean, this paint scheme does look pretty similar to, you know, last year's. And this is another paint scheme I think that really transitioned well. And once again, Storehouse Racing, guys, they just know. I like how, you know, all the Storehouse cars have like this, they kind of have like the same outline where where the logos are supposed to be, like the side sponsor logos. I kind of like how, you know, it's like, it kind of has like this arch and then it goes up. That's cool. That's really cool. I mean, and the black and the red, the silver, the white number, this looks cool, man. I mean, they definitely did a good job utilizing the space on this, and you got the Haas Tooling like logo right there in the middle. This thing looks pretty nice, cleaned up. I think it even looks a lot better than last year's car, to be honest with you guys. This is really cool. I'm really digging this Cole Custer car, guys. If you guys thought last year's was cool, then I think this year's is even better. I mean, good job on Stuart Haas for that. All right, we got ourselves, all right, this is another diecast that was actually announced very early on, but I think it was actually one of the first next-gen diecasts that were actually announced, or one of them. Erik Jones, man, we got Erik Jones's Focus Factor car, which every time I see this car, I just want to think of, you know, the Patrick meme. What was it? Focusing. But definitely gonna mention that in the diecast review when this gets in the MOQ list. But definitely it's a different paint scheme. I mean, I know a lot of people are pretty skeptical about the sponsor because it's just kind of random. I don't know if it's gonna be like another what is it, like the Click One mortgage car maybe, or it's just gonna be a one and off car, and then heck, there goes that sponsor. But we'll see how it goes. We'll definitely see. I definitely do think the Focus Factor could probably fill in that gap we got right there where the blue is, right above the U.S. Air Force logo on the quarter panel. There is a noticeable gap right there. I think the Focus Factor probably, they could have enlarged that logo a little bit more and probably filled in that space. That's probably the only thing I got to say about that. I guess you say they didn't really focus too much on that. Good Lord, Brian. I like the colors on this. The colors look really nice. I'm not a big fan of that Dayglow orange up on top, and we even got like I didn't even notice that this car even has like a gray. It has some grayish to, like grayish hue to it as well. But a very unique looking car. We'll say that, say at the least. But not bad. But I think it definitely should. I think it definitely should incorporate the changes I recommend on it. All right, and we got ourselves yet another U.S. Air Force car, guys. And this one is actually pretty cool. This is actually, I guess, was a fan vote winner, even though there were like 2 other cars I think they just showed. But they decided to go with the very basic one. Erik Jones's 2022 U.S. Air Force car, which, you know, has that nice green to it. You know, I'm kind of glad that, you know, we still got the U.S. Air Force sponsorship. I mean, they did left IndyCar, but we still got them in NASCAR, which is really cool. I'm definitely liking this, man. What sponsor was that Click One mortgage car? I think it was with Bubba Wallace, I believe. But I was just mentioning that car because I believe, what was it? They only sponsored for a few races, and after that, they kind of like dropped out. So they were a very skeptical sponsor, kind of like them and Nature's Bakery and all those other sponsors. But if you guys seen Slap Shoes videos, you probably know what I'm talking about with those sponsors. Even DC Solar is guilty of that shit. But anyways, now you're talking about sponsors. U.S. Air Force car, I do like this green, looks really nice. I think a matte finish or Saint finish will look really cool on this. Not a big fan of the Dayglow orange, it looks really random on this, but nice car, really nice. I mean, the U.S. Air Force logo is nice and big. Anybody who's a big fan of the military, of like the military cars, this one definitely has that, it definitely has some resemblance of, you know, the military car, without it having camouflage. It kind of looks like it has like little sheet metal rivets, which looks really cool. I just hope they don't have that weird dark outline like we had on the Jimmy Johnson, the Jimmy Johnson Salutes car from 2019, I think, or 2020. Yeah, we will see, man. We will see how this car will be executed if it makes the list, but all these diecasts are not guaranteed, man. You got to pre-order them. Alrighty, we got right here a Ricky Stenhouse Jr. car, which I actually did saw this car at the Next Gen test, which didn't look too bad in person, but this is different. This is the Ricky Stenhouse Jr. number 47 Kroger Irish Spring. Oh, Lottie, we are talking about an Irish Spring car. All right, I don't know why I'm talking like an Irish or a person. I mean, good Lord, you know. But that was so cringy, Brian. But this is a different, very different car. I can't say if I like it, but it's different. I mean, you got the, you know me, I'm not really a big fan of collaborative paint schemes, like where you got, you know, one side of the car is just one sponsor with a different color, and then the other side is, you know, just another different color with a different sponsor. It's Cal Nani Jr. Oh, Lordy. This is definitely different. I can't say if I like it or hate it. I mean, I like the creativity behind this, that they put, you know, I noticed JT Daughtry has been doing this a lot lately with some of their diecasts, or, you know, some of their paint schemes. They'll have the Kroger sponsorship in the front, and then wherever, you know, they have a lot of sponsors, but I think Tide is now out. If you look at the deck lit, I think I don't see Tide anymore, so maybe we'll actually have a good Tide car. God, I hate that throwback that they had. My Lord, that was just embarrassing. But this is definitely different, man. I think I can see the possibilities of this working out. I mean, I think the paint scheme could be better, but I think the execution of how the sponsors are placed, it looks really cool, guys, because you know that this is his primary car, but there's going to be other sponsors to go along with this. So maybe, well, like, see right there, we got like all these other sponsors like Cheerios and Louisiana hot sauce. I mean, could you just imagine the colors that you could have on those sponsors? The Irish Spring one, I mean, they did a good job. I think the only thing I had to criticize is that the Irish Spring, where the Spring logo is, it's literally like hugging the side skirt, which looks kind of odd. But you got like the nice little 3-leaf clovers right there, and you got like the what is it, like the soap and the body wash in the corner panel. They did a good job with the brand recognition. It does look nice. I don't know. I think the paint scheme does look kind of tacky, to be honest with you guys. But in terms of like the best brand recognition on the diecast or in the paint scheme, I think they did a good job with this. I'm not a big fan of that Kroger logo being like very low. It's not perfectly centered. It's kind of like the opposite of the Christopher Bell DeWalt car, where, you know, the logo is like shifted up. This one's more shifted down. I don't know why. I don't know why. That's gonna look so weird on diecast form. Like, Kroger, you're messing with us, man. Why is that logo not centered? Like, come on, man. That just looks so odd that Kroger logo is not centered. Maybe that's the thing that I don't like about that. But my lord. It's just me, or Dwayne The Rock Johnson looks like The Rock? Really? I had no idea. Wait, they're the same person? Alrighty. Next up, this is going to be, Little Wranglers and Danny B's favorite. Alex Bowman's 2022 Ally Do It Right. Well, did they really did it right with this car? Chevrolet Camaro for Header Motorsports. Yeah, this is a different scheme. I mean, different in terms of, like, I don't know. I mean, color vibrancy looks cool. The colors are vibrant. But I don't know, man. I don't know about this thing. It's random. Let's just say that. It is a very random car. It's a Stenhouse car. Giving 164. It is available in the 164 scale. But you got to pre-order, guys, because usually the Stenhouse diecast usually get canceled. Gee, I wonder why. Because he always wrecks the field all the time. Just kidding, though. This paint scheme, though, I don't know. I expect a little bit better because, the Alex Bowman scheme that we had, actually the Alex Bowman paint schemes that we had, besides the throwback from last year, I thought all of them were really cool. I did like that. This one, I don't know. I know a lot of people hate it. It's not the worst thing I've seen. Like, the colors are cool, but just the execution of it, I think, could be a little bit better. I can see what they were trying to do with the waves and the different colors in the front, but then there's not really much going on the side. I mean, the side of this car is pretty plain Jane, to be honest with you guys. I mean, they did change up in the purple 48 with the purple Ally logo, and then like the pink branding, Do It Right. It's very random. I don't know. I mean, I don't know, man. I don't know what to say about this car, man. It's kind of in the meh category, but I don't know. I think it's even lower than that. They could have done a lot more better job with this paint scheme, guys. I think they could have. I mean, it's just random, really random. I don't understand the color combinations with this car. I really don't. But creative, maybe, I don't know. But we do got, and then the back bumper is black with the yellow 48. So it's just pretty much all over the place, to be honest with you guys. But yeah, last year's diecast definitely was a lot better. I will say that, even though the purple was screwed up, but they did fix that. All right, we're getting close to the end, my friends. We will be looking at the Xfinity cars as well. So, but here we guys go. We got ourselves Josh Bilicki's Ziegler Auto Group Chevrolet Camaro for Spire Motorsports. It's just me, or does this thing look like the reincarnation of Starcom? Doesn't this look like a Starcom racing car to you? It kind of does, with like the yellow and the black. Starcom has returned. Winval. Winval. There's still hope after all. I know Michael Cozy Jr. is probably going crazy right now. Could you imagine like if Quinn Hoff drove this car? Then, oh Lord, you know he's gonna be all over that Starcom hype. But I find that kind of odd that this still looks kind of like the Starcom car, but this is cool. I mean, we've had a lot of 77 diecasts get released, one 2020, so I'm glad that we're still... And first of all, guys, a Josh Bilicki diecast. I mean, what? Yes, this is offered in both scales, guys. I don't think I mentioned that yet, but it is offered in both scales, so pre-order. Circle B Diecast, use the promo code OBBYT, get that free shipping. Lionel Racing or in your local diecast dealers, because I definitely would like to see this car in diecast form, because this looks really nice. I do like the placement of this. I think the 77 could be moved a little more backwards just to fill in that black gap, but it's not terrible. Looks nice though. I do like this one a lot. All right, now we got ourselves, BJ, man. We got ourselves BJ McLeod's Motorsports Games. You know this car's going to get canceled because of just how bad Motorsports Games has been lately with the piss poor excuse that is NASCAR Ignition 21, which, by the way, to answer your guys' question, I now got that game, and I have a lot more better stuff to spend money on than that game. But we got ourselves a BJ McLeod Diecast available in both scales. Very different. Very different. I think the only thing I got to say about this car is that the Motorsports the Motorsports Games G on this car is a little hard to read because, you know, it's a black background. And the black 78, I think it doesn't work. It's a little hard to read. I mean, you do got a white outline around it, but I think this scheme will look a lot more better with the white number. I think the white number will look a lot more nicer. But pretty cool. We got ourselves a Live Fast Motorsports diecast. I don't think we got one made last year, as far as I know. But, you know, this is a sketchy sponsor. Let's just say that. So maybe it'll probably get canceled. Yeah, Brian, I did mention this, but this is offered in both scales. So if you guys want to Live Fast Motorsports diecast, pre-order this SOB. But I think a white number will look a lot more nicer on this. Scheme doesn't look too bad, but there could be some, you know, it's Motorsports Games. I doubt they'll probably listen and change stuff like they do with NASCAR Ignition, but all right. Now we're down to some Daniel Suarez diecast, then we'll go on to the Xfinity cars. We got ourselves Daniel Suarez's Comscope car, so a familiar sponsor returning for Daniel Suarez, and this scheme looks really cool. I mean, it does look very, very similar. I think it's almost similar to his car from 2021. This one really transitioned very well into the next-gen car. The colors are vibrant. The Comscope logo looks nice. I love the different colors that we got on this. The orange, the purple, the blue, the green, the black. This thing really just, I would probably consider this like a vibe car, man. This thing definitely is giving me a lot of good vibes. How many times you gonna say that, Brian? Good Lord. The Orange 99 looks really cool too. Trackhouse Racing, man, they really have done a great job with paint schemes. I don't think they get enough credit with their work on the paint schemes, but if you guys even know who, you know, designs these paint schemes, let me know, because they definitely deserve the credit where credit is given, because this is a banger, man. I'm hoping this diecast gets released. I mean, so far 2 years in a row the Comscope car has been made, so let's make it 3, damn it. And we got a brand new order that just got announced today. This is Daniel Schwartz's Freeway insurance. So we got ourselves yet another insurance company. Is it just me, or does this thing kind of look like a rebranded Geico car, doesn't it? I mean, Freeway. I mean, is this basically Geico? I mean, did Geico got rebranded to Freeway insurance? Just kidding though. But it really does though. It really does in terms of the color combination. I'm gonna go and call this, you know, the modern Geico car. Oh lordy. But very unique. Very, very unique. The green and the white and the blue definitely gives off the Jermaine Racing vibes. I mean, this looks pretty cool. I'm skeptical that this diecast might not get made, but it just got announced today, and I will be posting on the Diecast News Instagram, which, by the way, I am posting that stuff again, so follow the Diecast News on Instagram, because that's how you stay up to date on the latest Diecast News. Yeah, this is a solid paint scheme. I definitely think that this one is going to be one I think a lot of people are going to have to watch out for in the not-so-distant future. All right, and in terms of another great-looking Trackhouse Racing car, Daniel Suarez's K1 Speed Chevrolet Camaro for Trackhouse Racing. Again, another fantastic paint scheme, guys. You know, K1 Speed, this is another sponsor that carried over from last year to this year. It looks really nice, man. It's very basic, but I love the red outlines and the different gradients we got going on. The white and the black and the red. Looks really cool on this. It definitely feels like this car looks fast. I mean, it looks really fast. I mean, it definitely is going by, you know, what this car is saying, K1 Speed. I got a feeling probably Dan Suarez will win. I mean, would it be odd if Dan Suarez actually wins in this car? Hold up, though. Where's Dan Suarez's name? Where's Dan Suarez's name on this? I can't even tell if Suarez is even driving this car, guys. Look at this. Where is Daniel Suarez's name? Not there. Did they change the driver on us all of a sudden? I mean, Trackhouse, you got some explaining to do now, buddy. This is cool. I definitely do like this one. You know me, I'm a big fan of red, so this one really pops. I think the K1 Speed logo does look a little oversized on the hood, but it still looks cool, man. I mean, can't get better with those big-ass logos. And now we got to talk about the test car, which unfortunately, I got to say that the test car, unfortunately, guys, is one of your first cancellations in the 164 scale. It is going to be made in the 124 ARC and the 124 Elite, but for 164 collectors, guys, this car is canceled, which sucks because I think this is the best test car that we have had so far. And for some odd reason, it got canceled in the 164 scale. I don't know if not too many people heard about it, but you want to talk about a good execution, the chrome numbers. Trackhouse absolutely delivered on this. They absolutely freaking delivered, man. This paint scheme looks cool. Yeah, mystery driver indeed. The blue looks nice. The chrome numbers, the Trackhouse logo. I'm still trying to wonder why this car was canceled. I mean, come on, man. This thing looks cool. It looks cool. But at least it's going to be in the 124 scales. But just, man. But guys, I will say this. I know I say a lot of stuff about Lionel, but it's not Lionel's fault. It's kind of our fault, all right? We have to prove it, all right? That's the only way we'll have these diecasts produced. Maybe if we do get a test car away for NASCAR Authentics, I can't confirm or deny that. Maybe this will be the exclusive, but we'll see, man. So that wraps up on the Cup Series diecast. Now I'm going to briefly look at the Xfinity cars real quick because we do got some Xfinity cars to be talking about as well, as we're now already like an hour and a half into this stream. I can't believe you got 21 people are still watching. Thank you guys, and we have 40 likes. That is pretty incredible. So I'll probably do more of these live streams if you guys want me to, because this is really cool, and I'm really enjoying giving my opinions live for you guys. But we got Sheldon Creed's Whelen car, so really cool. We got the Whelen sponsors for anybody who's a big fan of IMSA. You guys know the 31 Acura DPI, so definitely really cool that they kind of carried over that sponsorship to NASCAR as well. But really cool, the Whelen car, Sheldon Creed's definitely gonna be a driver to watch out for this year in the Xfinity Series, because he's been really good in the Truck Series. He is a champion after all, and he got screwed out of the championship last year, but the playoffs, man, gotta love that. But this is a nice diecast. We got Justin Allgaier's, what is this? I cannot read what this says, but it says American Soldier Platoon, I believe, or something like that. Adopt a Soldier Platoon. All right. Yeah, I can read now. Should have brought my glasses. But this is a Unilever. Unilever. I have a hard time. I apologize. I'm having a hard time, pronouncing that word. Unilever paint scheme. Really cool. I mean, I didn't think this was going to be a 2022 paint scheme, but this is pretty nice, man. I'm really liking this. Definitely is a cool looking military car. I will say that. But it's a Justin Allgaier Junior Motorsports car. We'll see if this gets made. I highly doubt it. Usually the Junior Motorsports diecasts do get canceled, especially for Allgaier. But we'll see, man. We will see, because this one looks really nice. And then we got, Josh Berry. As you guys know, he's going to be finally running full-time in the Xfinity Series for this year in the number 8 car. One of his brand new sponsors that was announced at the end of last year towards the fall time, Harrison's, which I believe is like a sports store or like some sort of like clothing store. But yeah, shout out to anybody who's named Harrison. I mean, you got a diecast name after you now. But this looks really cool. I do like the green on this. It definitely kind of like, I don't know, looks like a camper car, if you know what I mean, when you go out camping and traveling. I mean, it definitely kind of gives off that vibe a little. The green looks nice. The yellow number on top looks kind of odd. But other than that, I think it is a beautiful paint scheme. And we got another Josh Berry diecast. We got his Tire Pros car. And this one, actually, I think is a much more better upgrade than the Tire Pros car that we had last year, which I think got canceled or was not made in the diecast form, along with that and Sam Mayer. But Josh Berry's Tire Pros car, man, let me tell you what, this thing looks nice. I'm really digging the colors on this. You guys know me, I love black, red, and white cars. I mean, that's what my channel logos are, after all, with those colors. This one looks nice. I really am liking this, man. This is probably, I think, the best Xfinity car that we got so far, in terms of all the other ones that are coming out. This one looks cool. I'm hoping we can probably get this one in diecast form very soon, because Josh Berry, man, I mean, I know he's going to have a big year this year in the Xfinity. I will say that. All right, we got a familiar paint scheme returning again, which I think this guy's going to have a really big year in the not only in the Cup Series, but also in the NASCAR Xfinity Series. Noah Gragson's Bass Pro Shops Black Rifle Coffee True Timber Camo. The car with 3 sponsors. The Bullet Man, Noah Gragson. Yeah, I mean, I think the only thing I see is that we got like a more of a darker outline around the Junior Motorsports number 9, which, It looks kind of kiddie-ish and childish, to be honest with you guys, but at least it's different. That's the only difference I can see right there. I don't know if the silver is going to be metallic like it was the last 2 times, but I think the metallic would look nice on that number 9. The camouflage, I mean, I still find it funny that this is literally a carbon copy of the Chase Elliott Napa car from what, like a few years ago. But yeah, this is pretty nice, guys. I do like that. And then I believe we also got Landon Castle's number 10 Voyager car. So this is a crypto car. So, you know, NASCAR is getting on board with the cryptocurrency. Landon Castle definitely is going to be an interesting year for him. I'm glad he's getting an opportunity with Calling Racing. And it's another purple car, man. So another purple diecast. Heck, it's definitely, it's got the David Land colors. I will say that. I mean, my lord. Pretty basic, but we'll see if this car actually gets made, man. And to wrap it up on the final diecast for this very lengthy live stream reaction video, we got ourselves Dale Jr. We got to end it with the Dale Jr. guys, Dale Jr. car. Dale Jr.'s 2022 Helmet fan vote winner car. This is the car that he's gonna be driving. I think at Martinsville, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, or I don't know. He's gonna at least drive this car for one race, like he always does. And we know you bet your ass this car is gonna be in the NASCAR Authentics wave. But this one looks really cool. Dale Jr.'s Helmet's car. I mean, I don't know which one I voted for. But comment below which one if this is the one you guys voted for. But I do like the nice little bow tie right there below the 88. I think that looks pretty classy. We got a hashtag right there on the corner panel that says Fridge Hunters. Who here's a big fan of mayonnaise? I mean, I'm not really a big fan of it. I'm more a ranch guy. But heck, remember the time Dale Jr. ate a peanut butter and what was it, like a peanut butter banana and mayo sandwich? I mean, good lord, that's like a stoner snack right there. But interesting color combination, I will say that. It's definitely different. I mean, it might look a little cluttered, but it was a fan vote winner, so I can't really complain. It does look different, and it does look nice. But just, yeah, guys, I am now pretty exhausted, so I'm probably going to now go and rest my voice before I sound like a smoker now. Goodness gracious. But I appreciate you guys for tuning in. We have 42 likes, and still 14 people are watching this. Thank you guys so much for, for this live stream, guys. This has been OBB, the Diecast News Guy. And I will catch you guys on the Discord on Sunday, as we're gonna be doing the race reactions on the Discord for the LA Coliseum. So anybody who's new to that, feel free to join in. And heck, let's get this NASCAR season rock and rolling. But I appreciate you guys for coming in and tuning in on board on this. As I'll probably do more of these just to give you guys, some opinions. But heck, appreciate you guys' continued support. I can't thank you guys enough for just still supporting this channel. And this has been OBB. I'll see you guys next time on another live stream. Take care, everybody. And you guys have yourself a great weekend. Whew. Bye, y'all.